On behalf of Congregation Beth El-Keser Israel, better known as BEKI, with humility, we'd like to thank you so much for this wonderful award, which honors the legacy of John S. Martinez, a man of generosity and compassion. It was about 11 years ago that BEKI began participating in Abraham's Tent as a partner organization. I went about organizing the volunteers, drafting guidelines, and preparing the meal that we'd bring over to the Church of the Holy Spirit in West Haven, where the program participants were staying. Just a side note, we've been partners in this effort with that church for the last 11 years, even though we are now physically hosting Abraham's Tent for the last 5. We're proud that about 75 people from our community work with us in support of Columbus House and the Abraham's Tent program.
My participation with Abraham's Tent has been wonderful, and I think probably I get more out of it than the people I serve or am trying to serve.
We have learned so much from the guests who have shown us how to be resilient in the face of so many struggles that many of us have not had to face in our life, different challenges in the world. And our group at BEKI, we've gotten to know each other better through getting to know the guests as well. It's been wonderful sharing all around.
But part of what I really love about being part of this is that we're meeting new people in a more extended interaction opportunity. And so instead of just handing out food or handing out some item and giving a smile and a handshake, what I really love is waking up early. I'm not particularly an early morning person, but waking up early and going to our synagogue to make breakfast for these people that we have welcomed into our community, and then sitting with them and eating breakfast and hearing their stories and learning about them and telling them about me and telling them about my kids and hearing about their kids. And it's really just so wonderful every year to see them come out of their shells and talk to us and really develop friendships.
I realized that sitting down to simply eat together with the participants or have a conversation with these guys scared me. I wasn't physically afraid. I was afraid of being trivial or boring or a perceived lack of my own shared experience, and most of all of unconsciously speaking from my own privilege and thereby inadvertently being hurtful to someone. Altogether just too much in my own head. But then I saw one of our youth group kids, a 13-year-old girl who had come along, sit down at a table right in the midst of several guys, ask about their day, share a story from school, joke about the horrible weather, comment on the soup, all with no hesitation, and then take the time to listen intently to what they had to say. In one moment, I was both humbled and inspired to sit with her, with them, quietly following her example and finally beginning to break the barriers of my own insecurities, opening me up to a new way to see others, to act, and subsequently to lead by her example.
There was a gentleman there one year. He was a roofer, and he had a wife and a daughter, and he's working full-time, a tradesperson. I have friends that are actually roofers. They could be in the same position. He fell off the roof once and ended up in a body cast, and while he was in a body cast, his wife and daughter had a car accident and passed away, and things just went downhill for him from there. But he's a human being, and I know people who were in his position before he fell off the roof. It could happen to anyone. So participating in Abraham's Tent is a wonderful experience. You meet some fine people, and at the same time, you learn about humanity, and you learn how close you are connected to them, and how everybody's the same in that regard, and it could be anybody.
I want to thank the men from Abraham's Tent who demonstrated clearly to me their resilience in the face of adversity, such as financial stressors and familiar stressors. They also said to me on more than one occasion that the hope we've provided and the friendship that we continue to provide beyond the time they stayed at BEKI is incredibly crucial in their transition to permanent housing. It is my hope that they become permanently housed in the near future, and I want to thank them for their friendship. Continued best wishes to them, and thanks again.
And I would participate in Abraham's tent for as long as I can. It just benefits me absolutely as much or more than anyone else that I'm there to serve. So, I really appreciate the program. I think it's good for everybody that participates in it.
Thank you, Columbus House, for your important work, for helping not only your clients see new pathways for their lives, but also giving us all opportunities to see new pathways for our own. We're all in it together.
Hi, I'm Kathy Capicella. It's my pleasure to accept the John S. Martinez Community Service Award along with my colleague, Kimberly Brand. We humbly accept this award on behalf of Medtronic and would like to thank and acknowledge all the employees in North Haven and in New Haven, Connecticut who participated in our Project 6 event year after year for the past 6 years. I would like to just take a moment to recognize Medtronic. We consider ourselves very fortunate to work for a company that lives up to certain ideals. A company that promotes opportunity for their employees to give back to their community, encouraging us to be good citizens. Now, this may seem like a small-scale effort in our little corner of the world, but the Medtronic mission is supported in all Medtronic locations throughout the globe, not just in Connecticut. Imagine the impact that 90,000 employees all over the world are making just by reaching out to their local communities to organize their own events. Kimberly and I enjoy helping others and understand we need to bring awareness to problems of the homeless in our community and that our participation can make an impact. The desire to want to help others is not the result of a dynamic duo wanting to end homelessness. This was a large internal group effort to cook a barbecue chicken dinner and provide much needed items for the residents at the shelter. We were successful because our employees who donated meal items or donated their own cash to purchase the meal items or supplies for welcome kits. Some volunteered to liaise with their hometown vendors, just asking them if they would like to donate food or gift cards to our project. Some donated their time. Some just shopped for the menu items and showed up to the kitchen to wash and prep the meals or actually cook and serve. Our Cooking for Columbus House event was a success because our internal Medtronic community of truly caring people who care about others and want to help. We were asked to provide some examples of why we chose Columbus House as our opportunity to give back. We'd like to share with you some of those reasons. Here is my colleague, Christine, to speak to what philanthropy means to Medtronic.
Hi, my name is Christine Morrissey, and I've had the honor of volunteering at Columbus House with Medtronic for the past 6 years. An important part of the Medtronic mission is to maintain good citizenship as a company. We give back to the communities we serve by combining the power of our company, employees, and the Medtronic Foundation to improve lives globally. Giving back through philanthropy and volunteerism embodies our mission to alleviate pain, restore health, and extend life, and bring our products, services, and solutions to underserved populations. Medtronic gives back in the form of corporate cash donations, Medtronic Foundation grants, product donations, and employee volunteering. We strive to be more than a charitable entity, but rather an impact organization, where we measure our success in terms of the amount of impact that we make, as opposed to just the money that we give. In FY20, 14,000 employees across 43 countries volunteered 170,000 hours with their local communities. Medtronic and the Medtronic Foundation donated $105 million, and $18.5 million of that went to COVID-19 relief. During the pandemic, Medtronic employees came up with innovative ways to donate their time, skills, and resources virtually, such as making masks to donate, tutoring via video chat, sending cards to healthcare workers, and many other acts of kindness. I'm so proud to work for a company that encourages its employees to give back to the community, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to help those in need at Columbus House over the years. Now I'll turn it over to Michael to speak about what volunteering at Columbus House means to him.
Hello, I'm Michael Belizzi, and it's quite an honor to be among the Medtronic employees who are receiving the John S. Martinez Community Service Award this year. Knowing John's personal and professional accomplishments makes this award even more special. As you've heard, Medtronic's Project 6 is how we originally got involved with Columbus House 6 years ago. Its staff and the residents of Columbus House that keep me coming back each year. Each time we arrive is like getting together with old friends. They are so warm and inviting. I feel honored to work for such a great company, one that values its employees and empowers them to do well at their job, and also get involved in the community wherever possible. I enjoy volunteering in the community both where I live and where I work. Each organization is unique and special. Some support youth, some adults, and some support both. My experiences at Columbus House have included food shopping, cooking, serving, and even washing dishes. I thoroughly enjoy it. On behalf of Medtronic, we'd like to thank Columbus House for the opportunity to partner with them in their mission to end homelessness in our community. We praise Columbus House for their efforts to bring awareness to homelessness in our community and to be able to align our passions in helping others.